but Kobe and MJ both know LeBron pays close attention to the media, and they both tried giving advice to LeBron subtly through the media first.
All I thought about as a kid personally was winning championships. That's all I cared about. Now everybody's going to value things differently, which is fine. I'm just telling you how I value mine. If I'm Braun, you got to figure out a way to win. It's not about narrative.
All right, welcome back to the show, and good morning, everybody. Good news. I'm back with another video from Eric Smith's sports training. He's 2 for 2 so far. If you guys have seen his first 2 videos and I've reacted to them, I think they're his first 2 videos, but either way, I've reacted to 2 of his videos, and they were both fantastic. He adds a little psychology into his analysis of, mainly LeBron James, like the difference between LeBron James and Michael Jordan, and a lot of that psychological stuff. This one is titled "The Secret Time MJ and Kobe Taught LeBron How to Win." Now, I saw this one pop up on my feed very late last night when I was in bed. I was really tempted to watch this one, but here we are. I saved it for today so I could react to it and we could all watch it. Guys, this is criminal here. He's at 1.1 thousand subscribers. We got to fix that. The link to this video is down below in the description, as it always is. So you'll see that, as well as a list of channel members. Shout out channel members. I appreciate you all. Guys, strap in for a good one. Like the video, I'd appreciate it. And really consider subscribing to this channel, because I think this channel is really up and coming. Here we go.
The beauty of the NBA has always been the passing of the torch. Dr. J to Larry Bird and Magic, Larry and Magic to MJ, MJ to Kobe, and Kobe to LeBron. But the difference with MJ and Kobe was they both never seemed to want to pass the torch.
Then I came along and said there'd never be another Dr. J. Then you came along. Who have you been sizing up for the torch passing? Hardaway is a great pick because of versatility and the things that he can do with the ball, without the ball, defensively. Grant Hill is very similar to you, to Scottie Pippen. You see the passing of the torch to the next generation, but I ain't ready to give him that yet.
So what about...
So you see, guys, we talk about the passing of the torch as a symbolic, like metaphorical thing. It's actually a thing. You know, so that's Dr. J talking to Jordan about his process, and then asking Jordan if he's been like paying attention to who he's going to pass the torch to, but MJ saying he's not ready yet. And then he eventually passed it to Kobe.
MJ and Kobe passing the torch to LeBron. MJ and Kobe were the 2 most competitive players in NBA history, and both had reasons to be wary of LeBron. MJ not wanting LeBron to come for his GOAT status, and Kobe not wanting LeBron to surpass him as the NBA's best player starting in the 2010s. Even by LeBron James' own admission, there was never much contact.
You and Michael at a good spot.
Who, me and Michael?
Jordan?
Yeah, we're in a good spot. We don't talk.
Why not, you think?
Because I'm still playing. I think I'm still playing.
See, there's the difference there. Kobe and Jordan talked every day while Kobe was playing and after Kobe was finished playing.
Focus on my craft right now.
When you're done, you think you two will be the only two that can have a conversation?
I would hope so. You know, the funny thing is, me and Kobe, besides our, the late great Kobe, obviously, me and Kobe never had a real relationship either.
Mm-hmm.
Until
they don't like you.
We was on the Olympic team. We had a great relationship there. Olympic team 8, Olympic team 12. But it was always competitive between us. We were always like, I was on the East Coast, he was on the West Coast, and it was like, even though we never, I fucked up one time in 09 and didn't beat Orlando, and I think it was 09, didn't beat Orlando and didn't get him an opportunity to play him in the finals. But like, and until I became a Laker and then he retired, that's when our relationship like became really, really good.
Yeah.
He like welcomed me, called me like, bro, anything you need in LA, like I got you. You're a Laker now, you family.
Yep. That's what he did for Lakers though. It was actually, he's not the only one. Magic did it, Kareem did it. A lot of ex-Lakers are always going to be Lakers.
And we.
But the thing is I don't know how to make it more like evident to everyone that MJ and Kobe just don't like. They didn't like him. MJ's still around. He doesn't like him. They don't. I think it's a mindset thing, they've always, this video is probably going to get to it, actually. Let's just keep going, because it's a total mindset thing that I don't think they ever respected LeBron, and they don't like him. Because if not, they would have embraced him, just like MJ embraced Kobe. They would have brought him in to the fold.
Have multiple conversations. He was obviously, you got to saw him coming to a lot of games and things of that nature. And
however, they both gave him some secret advice. But in typical MJ and Kobe fashion, they didn't call up LeBron on the phone, both feeling that it was up to LeBron to reach out. But by all accounts, he never did. But Kobe and MJ both know LeBron pays close attention to the media, and they both tried giving advice to LeBron subtly through the media first.
All I thought about as a kid personally was winning championships. That's all I cared about. Now everybody's going to value things differently, which is fine. I'm just telling you how I value mine. If I'm Braun, you got to figure out a way to win. It's not about narrative. You want to win championships. You just got to figure it out.
Nice.
When you look at LeBron James, you won your first championship your 7th year in the league. What advice would you give him as he looks now to win his first?
First one's always the hardest. And then, you know, as you get that first, the expectation comes. And now you got to live with those. Yeah, everybody says this is your 7th year, and they compare everything to me in terms of me winning in my 7th year. And we had some tough battles, you know. But once I got there, I never left, you know. And I think once he gets there, the expectation is that he never should leave. And I wish him the best of it.
How important is winning championships to establishing a player's legacy?
Well, for all the people who's never won one, they're always going to say, oh, it's not that big of a deal. For all the people that have won, it's the greatest accomplishment, and you never can take that away. You know, no matter what happens to me in life, you can never take away that I won 6 championships.
Then Kobe tried.
Damn, I've never seen that one. That is, yeah, that's it. That's why we value championships the way we do. They all knew. We've always known this is the mark of greatness. You know, this is in every freaking sport, by the way. It's not like this is just a basketball thing.
Tried teaching LeBron at the Olympic Village.
My job was to get those two to talk.
LeBron and Kobe?
Yeah, they're both eyeing each other. They want to win. With LeBron and Kobe, it was the 4 o'clock workouts that Kobe did. LeBron sees that, okay, you working, I'm going to work.
This is 4 a.m.
Yeah, 4 a.m. And you know, I think Melo said it best. I'm not doing that shit. I'll meet you at 10 or 11, but I'm not going at 4.
Credit to LeBron. After this, he won his first ring with the Heat. But throughout the first 2 years with the Heat, LeBron was still giving the ball up constantly in late-game situations.
Yeah.
Privately, this frustrated MJ and Kobe to no end.
Is this gonna head to the All-Star game? I think. I'm predicting. I think, because that All-Star game, I'm learning, was way more than we realized. It was way more than just an embarrassing moment for LeBron. I think this was planned. Let's see. By the way, are you guys not convinced to subscribe to the channel yet? Like, this is great content.
They'd also both become deeply frustrated with the offensive dunk fest the fourth quarters of All-Star games had become once MJ retired. So in the 2013 All-Star game at age 34, Kobe set out to send a message to LeBron and ended up giving him advice once again, but this time not so subtly as cameras caught most of it.
Kobe or LeBron? That's a tough one. I would say Kevin Durant. In terms of dominance of the game of basketball at this stage, is LeBron. Championship-wise, Kobe Bryant. And if you had to pick, you know, between the two, that'd be a tough choice. I mean, but 5 beats 1.
Have you heard about Jordan's comments?
Yeah, I heard. My take on it, I don't really have a take on it. He said he would take Kobe over me because it was 5 rings is better than 1, and last time he checked, 5 is better than 1. I don't think, at the end of the day, rings doesn't always define someone's career.
Yeah, there he was already back then. Yep, that's it.
If that's the case, then, you know, I would sit up here and say I would take Russell over Jordan, but I wouldn't take Russell over Jordan. Russell has 11 rings, Jordan has 6. Or I'd take Robert Horry over Kobe. I wouldn't do that. So rings does not define someone's career. You know, sometimes it's a situation that you're in, it's a team that you're in, and it's about timing as well. But I don't.
This is 2013, so this is 3 years after he said not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7. Let that sink in. It's just 3 years later, and he's like, "Yeah, rings don't define a legacy at all." It's just some loser shit.
I don't play the game and try to define who I am over what guys say or how they feel about me. It doesn't matter to me.
In this game, Kobe got frustrated with the lack of.
If it didn't matter, he would have never went to Miami. to try to win championships. He would have never left. He never would have gone. Why would he leave his home?
Play the first 3 quarters, so he pulled Chris Paul aside before the 4th quarter, and they decided to up the competitive level. MJ issued a challenge to Kobe and LeBron before the game, but LeBron essentially downplayed it.
Yep.
However, Kobe was very excited to meet the challenge. Kobe started out the 4th quarter, picking up LeBron full court and making several great defensive plays and talking trash. Kobe was disappointed that LeBron didn't answer the challenge, but fate gave LeBron one last chance to take on Kobe at the end of the game when he corralled an offensive rebound.
Short. Williams gets it back. Down to 3 seconds.
Yep, he threw it away.
And is fouled with 1.1.
Yep. Now look. Everyone's like, what the hell? What did you just do? Look at Kobe.
You
kidding me?
They drew up a play for a 3. That's exactly what they were. They were going for the win.
And this was puzzling. You think LeBron?
Look at the reactions to these stars, where they're just like, they can't believe LeBron just did this. Like it's not like he converted this into a game-winning shot or something. He just threw the ball away. The ball's right here, turnover. Like that's what he shot himself. Like it's a choke.
With 6 seconds to go, maybe a little less.
All the killers on the court went and accosted LeBron for passing the ball off, telling him if he's going to be the best player in the world and win championships, he has to demand the ball in the final moments. Stephen A. had this to say.
I was happy to see Kobe Bryant and Carmelo Anthony get in LeBron's face after the game. I'm sorry, after the last play, because Kobe's like, "What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Shoot the shot."
I thought Carmelo was just laughing at him.
No, Carmelo was like, "Oh."
No, yeah, that face, you can just see it. We all know this face. Yeah, that's like, oh, bro, like, man, I don't know, bro. Like, what'd you just do, man?
Laughing at him.
No, Carmelo was like, "Oh, come on, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
And Kobe was like saying it, like, "What's wrong with you?"
Yeah.
Okay? But we know his talent is off the charts. There is something missing. We all know it. We've chronicled it, or whatever the case may be, because I didn't believe what you believed until I saw it in the NBA Finals.
Oh.
My point to you is this. That is the alone. It's a huge hump because it's all psychological. It's nothing about his game. It's all psychological.
Now imagine if LeBron didn't mess up, quote unquote, and he actually made it to the finals against Kobe in 09 or whatever that was. No, 08. I can't remember what year, but you know the year when the Cavs lost to the Orlando Magic. Imagine if he actually did it and he actually went to the finals. This is what it would have looked like the whole time. Kobe just full court pressing him.
But he has got to get over it.
The advice finally seemed to take, and while LeBron had a rough final 3 minutes of Game 6 in the finals with some missed shots and turnovers, he was at least being much more aggressive that whole 4th quarter, and it put the Heat in position for Ray Allen to hit the clutchest shot in NBA Finals history. LeBron went on to hit several dagger jumpers in the ensuing Game 7, and he won his 2nd NBA title, seemingly following Kobe's advice. But the next year, LeBron and the Heat lost in a rematch with the Spurs, and he decided to leave the Heat because he felt that 1, he needed younger and more talented co-stars, and 2, he felt Pat Riley wasn't giving him enough freedom.
Moment that
The cookies.
This was the first moment where I had an inkling that LeBron may not be back.
It's the cookies, isn't it?
One thing you don't do is fuck with LeBron cookies. No.
Here, a bunch of you guys, when Mario Chalmers and Dwight Howard were saying, like, no way, this is real. I'm telling you, there's so many people who have confirmed this story, including Haslam too, Dwayne Wade. I don't think Mike Miller was there for this one, but like it's confirmed by so many people now. Hold on, I'll rewind it.
One thing you don't do is fuck with LeBron cookies. No. This is serious.
This is for real.
We get on the plane and we play cards at the front of the plane. We play cards, and then at some point, Bron gonna be like, "Hey, bring me those cookies." And this one day, he was like, "Hey, where my cookies at?" And they had to come up there and whisper in his ear and tell him there were no more cookies on the plane.
Yeah.
Mind you, he promised the Miami Heat 8 championships. Okay, he promised them 8 championships, but this is what's gonna make him say, "Nah, screw it," and he backs down from his promise.
Motherfucker sat back away from the game.
He pushed that car's back. He sat there quiet, doing his head like this. I was looking, I'm like, he ain't play cards no more. He sat there like this.
Kobe and MJ both
this is your king?
Became concerned with the teaming up mentality and the jumping team mentality led by LeBron. Once again, they tried to give LeBron some more secret advice through the media. Michael Jordan said, "There's no way with hindsight I would have ever called up Larry, called up Magic, and said, hey look, let's get together and play on one team. But things are different. I can't say that's a bad thing. It's an opportunity these kids have today. In all honesty, I was trying to beat those guys."
Yep.
And then also you have this tweet here from Kevin Durant in 2010. Well, I guess his opinion changed.
Wait. Kevin Durant said this. When was this? 2010. All right, so this is before you jumped on the bandwagon too. Now everybody want to play for the Heat and the Lakers. Let's go back to being competitive and going at these peoples. Yeah, are you not the guy who joined the Warriors after they beat you in 7? What the hell?
Here from Kevin Durant.
I guess it's one of those things though. If you can't beat them, join them. And this is right after the Miami Heat Big Three was formed. And yeah, this pissed everybody off, so including Kevin Durant. But it became a game of, well, we can't win without a super team now because we have to go against a super team.
Durant 2010. Well, I guess his opinion changed.
Yep.
LeBron said that when they put together the quote-unquote super team, it was a lot tougher on them than what you guys are going through. Do you believe that?
What does it matter? We just want a cookie for it? I mean, what is it?
Holy shit. I've never seen this. Hold on. Let me hear the full question again. Are you kidding me? What do you want? A freaking cookie?
Durant 2010. Well, I guess his opinion changed.
LeBron said that when they put together the quote-unquote super team, it was a lot tougher on them than what you guys are going through.
Okay, so LeBron said when they put together the super team, it was a lot tougher than what the Lakers were going through. He's playing victim. So he built a super team and he's playing victim still. Like, wow, this is hard.
Do you believe that?
What does it matter? We just want a cookie for it? I mean, what is it?
Well, it seems like he did.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Does he give you advice?
Yeah, he does actually. Yeah.
Good advice?
Great advice. I mean, I'll never ever say that. I mean, him and Magic and those guys, and Michael in particular, is really giving me phenomenal advice on how to take a team, particularly with the personalities that that we have, and how to better communicate with your teammates, how to better elevate your teammates.
The problem is, this advice was long-term legacy-defining advice,
Yeah.
and LeBron was concerned with the short-term immediate situation right in front of him, in that he just lost to the Spurs by a record finals margin. So he went to the Cavaliers to join forces with the up-and-coming Kyrie Irving and the newly acquired 26-12 averaging All-Pro Kevin Love. After going 1-2 in the finals against the Warriors in 2015 through 2017, Kobe came out with his book, Mamba Mentality. In it, he gave advice directly for the first time to LeBron James.
Really?
You write in the book about LeBron James, the main thing the two of you discussed is what constitutes a killer mentality.
Whoa.
What was your message to him?
Well, the message is always to go out there and dominate. Right? There's no let up. And once the game starts and once the practice begins, you're in that mode. Everything's a game 7. And when you approach every practice and every game with that kind of mentality, it bleeds into the rest of the guys. And then the rest of the unit has that same approach and that same intensity, but it starts at the top.
It seemed LeBron was taking Kobe's advice after losing Kyrie after his trade request to the Celtics. LeBron was well on his way to what was, in my opinion, his most dominant performance ever in Game 1 of the 2018 Finals. However, Kobe was not just talking about dominant play, he was talking about dominant mentality.
Yes, mindset.
And after JR's blunder in Game 1 of the Finals, LeBron seemed to not understand this, shutting down mentally the ensuing huddle. And unfortunately, he did not dominate the overtime.
Yeah, this is... I mean, what is this? That's your leader. This guy made a mistake, but this is the leader right here. And this is what he's doing. Because JR made a bad move, which is arguable even. But even then, let's say JR completely blew it. They're going to overtime. You're in the finals. Snap the hell out of it, LeBron. Stop crying.
going
lead the team. That's your job. Lead the team.
4 and going on to get swept 4-0. Michael Jordan has been asked constantly during his career if he felt his various accomplishments ranked him as the greatest ever. Kobe was also often asked about this. They both had similar responses, with MJ clearly giving Kobe insight about the importance of answering this way.
This accomplishment, combined with all your others, vault you over the Johnsons and Birds and Russells and Chamberlains and all that?
No. I think that's something that
He got actually irritated with the question because it's disrespectful.
Combined with all your others, vault you over the Johnsons and Birds and...
See, the second that the guy said, this puts you over the Johnsons and the Birds, he already shook his head and he was like, no, we ain't going there.
And Russells and Chamberlains.
Disrespectful.
No. I think that's something that I really can't say can be established. Each one of us playing at different eras with different teams, with different levels of success. And to compare all of them and say one's better than the next, it's an unfair justice to the art or to the artists. You know, being that Magic Johnson, Wilt Chamberlain, all the guys before me were the artists of this game of basketball, and we've all learned from them, and we've improved the picture to a certain extent. And to say that one improvement is better than all of it.
Exactly.
See, that's the type
Exactly. It's such a respectful way to say it, because it's like, let me think off the top of my head. I'm trying to think. Like, the best thing I can pop out of my head right now is like, the Beatles paved the way musically, right? They were like the rock band that just like blew the ceiling off of the genre. They created the sound, right? So there are a gazillion bands that have come since the Beatles, like after the Beatles, and they've taken what the Beatles have done and they've added a piece to it, and they've added another piece, and they've gone a different direction. We can't ever disrespect the Beatles and say like, oh, well, you know, Oasis was better or whatever, you know, whatever the case may be. And I never felt like that's right. You have to always respect the origin of it, because they say it's Oasis. I don't know why I'm thinking of them right now, but there would be no Oasis if there was no Beatles. You know what I'm saying? Hell, one of my favorite bands is Pink Floyd. There would be no Pink Floyd. Like the sound that we all love, they would have been a psychedelic band if there was no Beatles. If the White Album never came out, I don't think the Pink Floyd would have ever found their true sound. And is it better? I like it better than the Beatles. But does that mean I forget about the Beatles? And I'm like, nah, man, you know, they're the GOAT. I don't know. The Beatles are probably the GOATs of rock and roll.
Immature question.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Okay, hold up. I've seen this, I think.
All of it.
And
who's the GOAT? See, that's the type of immature question.
Yeah,
no, it's not. It's who's the GOAT. I'm the regular sports fan. This is what we talk about.
I know. This is what regular fans talk about.
You don't. So you're saying you're the GOAT?
What I'm saying is regular people ask really simple questions sometimes. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Here's the thing, though, man, is that like things that MJ was doing, he learned from David Thompson and Jerry and those guys.
There it is.
Stuff that I've done, I've learned from MJ. Stuff that Bron does, learned from me, and playing on the Olympic team and the work ethic and all that stuff. It's a chain thing, man. I know people want to talk about who's this, who's that, because it fills up good conversation time or downtime, whatever the case may be. But for us as athletes, it's really a chain reaction. You can't have one without the other. It's just not possible.
MJ had got
and that's the importance of the passing of the torch in anything, and anything that means a damn thing. To pass the torch means I have protected the game I love for as long as I can, and now I'm handing it to you to continue the tradition. You know, continue to improve the game. Don't cheat the game, because then you're going to harm it for the next generation when you pass the baton. And this is where it was the first time I felt like it ever went wrong, because I don't think LeBron was supposed to get that baton. I think it should have been a guy like Steph or something like that, you know?
Advice from Dr. J, and it passed it on to Kobe. knowing that declaring yourself the GOAT was disrespectful to those that paved the way before you and to leave it up to the fans. They both gave interviews to this effect to pass it on to the heir apparent in LeBron James. During this second stint in Cleveland, LeBron started his famous barbershop-style podcast called The Shop.
Oh, no. Yeah, now we get to see the contrast between respectable people like Jordan and Kobe versus what a complete king narcissist like LeBron sounds like when this topic gets brought up.
In this show, LeBron sometimes discussed his playoff series wins and losses with the guests. He discussed his epic 3-1 comeback against the Warriors in 2016 on the show here.
That one right there made me the greatest player of all time.
For so many reasons.
I was super, super ecstatic to win one for Cleveland because of the 52-year drought. Like, I was ecstatic. Like, obviously, I showed that the first wave of emotion was when everyone saw me crying. Like, that was all for 52 years of everything in sports going on in Cleveland. And then after I stopped, I was like, that one right there made you the greatest player of all time.
He actually, dude, he's lying when he says it. If you guys have been following me long enough, you know when it comes to psychology, if you look down and to the left, you're lying. Look at his eyes.
Stopped, I was like, that one right there made you the greatest player of all time.
I never noticed it until now. Like, he can't even say it without it being a lie. So, like, this was planned.
The unfortunate part about this clip is he is essentially breaking a 3-generational bridge from Dr. J to MJ to Kobe. Now he has created a new bridge, and hopefully when Jokic or Luka or Shea or whoever ends up becoming the next heir apparent will remember MJ's and Kobe's advice on this.
I hope so too.
Soon after, LeBron signed as a free agent with the Los Angeles Lakers and began to immediately push the team behind the scenes to trade away their young assets to get him a second star. With Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram and Kyle Kuzma regularly hearing LeBron's trying to trade you chance.
Center, end of November, they won by 8. LeBron had 12 of his game-high 38 the final 5.
That's messed up. The GM is real.
Minutes. Sabonis went off for 20 and 15 for Indy.
LeBron told Rich Paul he wanted his client AD, who was under contract for 2 more years with the Pelicans. This hereby started another new trend that Kobe and MJ felt hurt the league. Giving your word to a franchise and then forcing your way out. Since LeBron, Rich Paul, and AD pulled this off, we've seen...
I remember this. Oh, man.
James Harden do it twice, Ben Simmons do it, Paul George, Jimmy Butler do it twice, and many more. Respect to Paul George for at least just asking instead of faking injuries or holding out like the rest of them.
Yeah.
Now, over the years, LeBron has at times been an elite defender and at other times has taken that side of the ball off. But once he came to the Lakers...
the reaction time is just hilarious.
Injuries or holding out like the rest of them. Now, over the years, LeBron has at times been an elite defender.
It's like a second and a half delay in reaction time until he's like, oh, I got to run towards him.
Other times has taken that side of the ball off. But once he came to the Lakers, there was a lot more taking off on the defensive end and a lot more sitting out to rest. MJ had passed on to Kobe that when you're the face of the league, every game you play, somebody somewhere traveled and paid a ton of money specifically to see you play, and it might be their only chance to see you. So you gave it your best, and you played your hardest at both ends every night, even if you had some bumps and bruises.
And if you can't do it anymore, then it's time to retire. Plenty of money, long career, it's time to go. You notice Jordan played all 82 games in his final year. You know, he was doing that for a damn reason. He was making a statement, in my opinion, because he had to start off on the bench. You think he wanted to do that? I don't think he wanted to play that last year. Tell you the truth, the year before, he definitely wanted to play. He was up for some great things that year until he got injured. But I know 100% Jordan didn't want to hit the last memory of him on a basketball court is him with a busted knee about to get surgery, and that ends his career. No. He had to go out with a statement, and that was, I'm going to play all 82 games, even if I have to work my way back into the starting lineup to do it. And every fan who bought a ticket to see him that year, they got their money's worth. They got to see Michael Jordan, and that's what they were paying for. LeBron? Can't count on it. But not only him, it's everybody else now, but he's the leader. That's the reason why he takes the blame. He's claiming to be the greatest player of all time, and he's still an active player. So shouldn't you give, if that's really the case, these fans are paying good money to watch the greatest player of all time. why don't you show up? Why don't you show up and play for him?
They both followed this religiously.
The night they lost to Orlando, I said, Michael, you know, I'm about to get out of here. Let me know when you want me to see you, because I'll see you tomorrow. Michael had an obligation to himself, the fans, his teammates, the organization, his family, everybody. He said, if you're going to sit down and take 3 hours out of your day to watch me on TV, I have an obligation to give you my best.
That's crazy.
To give you my best all the time.
Kobe didn't want to disappoint his fans, especially the ones in the 300 sections that saved up to watch him play. The kids with the same excitement he once had. I remember asking him why he couldn't just sit a game out because he was hurting. He said, what about the fans that saved up to watch me play just once?
Yep.
He never forgot about his fans.
Even Vanessa's dropping it like post-mortem. Like, she's still preaching it. It's great.
When LeBron started taking off plays on defense and sitting out games to rest, Kobe was the messenger.
What is your feeling about where he is in his career right now and all of that?
You know, that's the tough part, is that when you miss a game, there's that one kid out there that's not going to see his favorite player play. Okay? Now, that being said, LeBron has done so much for the game. Mm-hmm. Right? So we need to give him, he's earned the opportunity to be able to take a rest. He's earned that. We can disagree with it. We feel absolutely terrible for the kids that come and watch him perform. But at the same time, this man has been to a finals pretty much every year for as long as I can remember. He's done so much to elevate the game. So he's earned the right for us to give him the benefit of the doubt.
On its face, this is essentially a debate about doing what's best for yourself or doing what's best for the league and the fans. I know that sounds like a tough decision. Well, I'll try to get into that.
This is when he went back to Miami, right? To grab some Balco and come back?
Video. But I really like MJ and Kobe's approach. MJ, Kobe, and the other all-time greats were also both extremely frustrated with LeBron leading the charge in the no-effort All-Star games, with Magic and Larry Bird being the messengers to deliver this message.
1 to 2 guys that have the right attitude about this, that is a superstar, changes everything. Mm-hmm. Remember what happened last year. In last year's All-Star game, Dr. J and Larry Bird, you heard the story just like I did, Wilbon. They made sure we know. Dr. J and Larry Bird walked into the locker room and talked to the players. And they talked to the players, and the NBA thought, yes, the players are really, really listening. They're really, really getting it. And then one of the superstars, who will remain nameless, but everybody can surmise who that was, gave a side eye.
Yep, of course it's LeBron. He's the only one who could set the tone. He's the leader. Just like Kobe was before him and just like Jordan was before him. If they played lazy in an All-Star game, everybody else would follow suit. But you have to make them scared that you're going to crush them. You're going to embarrass them on a huge stage if they don't play hard. And then that, in turn, gives us fans a hell of an All-Star game to watch.
To those guys while they were talking. And then the players went out there and let 400 points be scored. And the league ain't letting that go. And so what happens is it just shows you if one player can have that kind of an impact negatively, they can also have that kind of impact positively.
Yeah, so you guys now who are angry at Adam Silver for trying to figure out what to do with the All-Star game, this is why, okay? He tried to convince the players to just play harder. He did everything he could. He even tried to guilt them, you know, and pressure them with putting Bird and Magic in there in the two opposing locker rooms to hype them up. But they won't do it, you know, and it's led by LeBron. That's why I want to see. That's part of the reason why I want to see LeBron retire, so someone else can step up and take that mantle. You know, we see like young guys like Wemby in the last All-Star game. He's talking about going full speed, full power, you know, and like giving the fans something entertaining to watch. I like that mindset better. I'd rather just pass the torch to his ass right now, and LeBron gets out of the way. Because Adam Silver, he can't do anything. Nothing he can do can fix this problem because it's up to the leader, to the face of the league, which is LeBron James, to actually set the tone and play hard. And if he won't do it, like this last year, He didn't even play. He had foot soreness, So that doesn't set a good example.
It didn't take, and fans and media alike have been outraged.
If you're really about it, if you're really about sports, then you're about two things: your teammates and the fans. And I'm sorry, it doesn't matter how much money you're making. When you do not show up to play, you're letting your teammates down. I don't care if you're getting $300 million. Congratulations. But these people in here are paying $2,500 a ticket. How do we expect you to be an example? Well, guess what? You don't want to be? You are one. You're on the biggest stage. You just said it. They make the most money. You're an example. You got to show up. You got to take that on. I'm sick and tired of making athletes greats, all-time greats that aren't the best examples. Those are the people that we want our kids to follow. We talk about greatness and it being the longevity of somebody's career. I don't care if you play 50 years. I want your best 10.
Yep.
I want you on the court dominating. Yep. I want you to go all out. I want Michael Jordan. I want Kobe. That's what I want in every sport. That's the guy that I follow. You're a different version than that, you don't get my respect.
Yeah, I can think of it in any business, okay? You have two employees, right? One is going to be with you for 15 years and the other is going to be with you for 20 years. The one that's with you for 15 years never calls out sick. You never have to worry about him in the middle of the night, when you're trying to sleep. You don't have to worry about that stress. He's showing up to work. He's going to be there every day, no matter what. Then you have this other guy who's playing for 25 years, or he's working for you 25 years, but every single week he calls in at least once. You never know when it's going to happen. And it's just like, okay, and he's not only that, he's your main guy, like you have put all of your marbles in to just to this one guy, and you're supposed to be leaving the business to him when you step away, so you have somebody you trust. One guy shows up every single day for 15 years. The other guy, at least once a week, it's ruined. You could just screw that day. So who would you go for? I'd go with the guy who's going to show up to work every single day, any day of the week. So it's shorter lived. Who cares? You were perfect while you were here.
This video, guys, is to show that while there's nothing wrong with going your own way in life, oftentimes the wisdom and advice from our elders is them seeing the long-term vision, and it can help us see past our short-term desires. Ultimately, LeBron's talent and many of the good decisions he's made have helped him become very successful. But I think many of those successes were short-term or short-lived. Michael Jordan and Kobe built mentalities, legacies, and stories that will last forever. And while LeBron only accepted their advice a few times, I believe the mentality change they and Dwayne Wade passed to him did help him win his last 3 championships. Thank you guys for watching. If you're a young player and you have a coach that's always trying to push you to have a better mentality, instead of brushing it off, stop for a second and think if maybe they're trying to help you in the long term. I appreciate all the support, guys. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more. Much love. Peace.
And Michael has the ball.
Before we get to the end, guys, 1.1 thousand subscribers for this channel. What are you waiting for? I know you guys aren't subscribed yet. What is it? What is it? Why won't you do it? I don't even know Aaron, but he's putting out such good stuff. This is 3 for 3.
Stop the game. Stop the game. Being Kobe Bryant, he wanted to win the game.
It's broken up.
Yeah, Jermaine O'Neal. Why you fouling the 3?
He is fouled. He was fouled in 3-point territory.
He can't believe it, Kobe. Kobe can't believe it. He's like, what a dumbass. Jordan's like, are you kidding me? Oh, man.
After Kobe got fouled, Isaiah Thomas says to me, tell Kobe to miss the free throws. I go over to Kobe Bryant and say, yo, Zeke said miss these free throws so he can win. And the look that Kobe gave me when I said that, I will never forget that. I think a lot of the players on the Western Conference can tell you how serious he was about us winning that game.
As much as I hate it, because I'm a Jordan man through and through. I'm a Jordan fan through and through. Like, I hate how that ends. It is actually incredibly symbolic. It was supposed to be the perfect storybook ending for Jordan, and Kobe said, "My torch, mine." I'm taking this shit. And then when they faced each other for the final game of their careers, which followed up, I think, a couple of months after this, that's when the whole, like, you know, you can wear the shoes, but you'll never fill them situation came about, and Kobe sealed the deal, where he's like, nope, it's time for you to retire, MJ, and yeah, the game's in my hands now. You know, it's the most symbolic crap I've ever seen in sports when it comes to passing of the torch. And I love it, even though I hate it, because as a Jordan fan, I want that last moment of Jordan hitting that fadeaway, winning the All-Star game in typical Jordan fashion, as we've seen him do 1,000 times throughout his career, delivering at the buzzer. But no, man, Kobe had other plans. He was thinking about his legacy, and there's no way in hell he would miss those free throws. Now, who am I actually mad at? Because I'm not mad at Kobe for making those free throws. MJ wasn't going to miss those free throws if the script was reversed. But shoot, who am I mad at? Jermaine O'Neal. Why you got to? Kobe did not have a good look. He did not have a good look at a 3-ball in the corner there. Just put your hand up, man. Why do you have to like put him on the ground and foul him for a 3? Oh man, he's the culprit in this one. Anyways, you guys, I thought this was a great video. Like, I love the first one. I love the second one. I think this might be the best. I think this channel is just getting started. So I agree with everything he says, and I guess I didn't realize how much behind the scenes, little by little, Jordan and Kobe were trying to. They were trying to push LeBron in the right direction. That would be the best for himself and best for the game. But he didn't listen. So it is what it is now. The game is at a very healthy place. And LeBron's legacy, I mean, he has at least as many haters as he has fans. So, I mean, he did what he did, and he keeps doing what he's doing, and he's still talking about, you know, he's still doing it. I could talk here for an hour about all the BS that he's done just in the off season. You know, you guys know what I'm talking about. I mean, it doesn't end. It doesn't end. I'm just gonna leave it off at that because I don't want to go on a LeBron rant. I'm kind of smiling thinking about the passing of the torch from Kobe and MJ. And they tried to pass it to LeBron. They did. But LeBron, he shot himself. It is what it is. Guys, I am out of here. Really consider subscribing to the Eric Smith Sports Training channel. If not, whenever he does another video, I'll be back doing it again. We'll see. But I gotta tell you the truth, guys. I expected to see way more than 1,000 subscribers over there, because the first 2 videos I've reacted to, I've got nothing but like a great reception in the comments, as far as like you guys saying you love the video and all that. So it's just one click away. Anyways, you guys, that's enough peer pressure for today. I am out of here. Thank you so much for watching. I think this one went on really long. I'll find out in a second. But anyways, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this, and most importantly, be water, my friends.